Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we've got tons of content coming your way today. Teddi, we just had released a video where she mentions one of Clayton's brothers slid into her DMs, and now she does an interview. Was Teddi drinking a little bit too much rosé last night? She did an interview with Extra where she may have spoiled the outcome, so there may be a spoiler here. There's so much that isn't known. I'm going to treat it as if it's a spoiler. So if you guys don't want to know what's about to come, just click away. But what does Teddi know that we don't? Will it all be revealed next week or later today? We'll have to see. Do me a favor. Make sure to follow and follow me on Instagram at dneals. Hit the subscribe button and double check that you are subscribed. Sometimes people get unsubscribed. And you can also join the Patreon for private membership-only content. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to try to play this clip in full. Sometimes I have to interject. Let's have a listen to what Teddi said immediately after the Women Tell All. Now, before I get to this, Teddi said at the Women Tell All, at the very end, she was like, hey, I have some insider info. I kind of know more than other people, and I hope you're happy. She said that to Clayton. Everyone's like, what the hell is she talking about? Let's have a listen.
I feel like you were holding back. You were very careful with what you said, but you did say you were in the unique position of knowing a lot. So what did you mean by that?
I shouldn't have said that.
The problem was 3 women were in a unique position in the fantasy suites that caused this problem in the first place. Oh all right, let's see what she has to say. She says she shouldn't have said that.
But you did, and now I need to know.
I goodbye. I'm just kidding.
Whoops.
I do know how some things play out that will be shown soon. I think we've seen him make some mistakes. I think we're going to see him make more. But I think he's ready to own up to them. I hope that I'm excited to watch After the Final Rose, and hopefully he gives the girls that need it the answers and apologies that they might need.
I'm reading between the lines and thinking, so you know who he, are you saying you know who he picks and you're surprised by his choice?
I am surprised by the ending. I will leave it at that.
Wow.
Please.
Disappointed by the
shocked,
ending?
I would say. I think shocked. I think, again, he just got a little in over his head, and I think he might have made some decisions that I think he'll have to respond to coming up.
Wow. Did you want to say more? Did you want to say more to him this evening?
But I think Clayton handled it well when he was talking to Sierra. I think he'll have his moment with them. And I agree. I think he deserves to tell it to them first. So I think I said enough. I think the girls are all very strong. And I think the girls that need to talk to him are very eloquent and very strong. And I think they'll be able to handle it themselves at AFR.
Any regrets for you from doing this season?
Oh my gosh, I am just so thankful for this. I think obviously there are things, I wish I was more open in certain moments, but I think it all played out the way it was supposed to. I don't think he was my person, but I do wish him well. So yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, thanks.
So honest. I do want to know what you're thinking though. So you obviously don't think Clayton picked the right girl?
Keep asking.
Not necessarily. I just think that the way that led up to maybe his final decisions, I think he could have done differently. And I think he probably knows that, and I think he'll hopefully say that. I'm hopeful that he will be apologetic to who needs it after the final rose.
You're feeling like he was unfair in the way he went around about it?
I think I think in this environment, heartbreak is unavoidable in certain instances because there's 30 of us and there's one man. So we're going to get heartbroken. I think some of the decisions he made was avoidable, and I think he'll have to answer to those coming up.
Now,
So she says so much here. So decisions that are avoidable would be him hooking up with someone in the fantasy suite and then choosing somebody else if he knew who his final choice was. Very fascinating stuff. So some of the comments say different things. So she basically confirmed that he isn't single. She's talking a lot. So he did choose Rachel. This is also confusing. She is so close to Rachel, so she knows. We're going to have a Peter Weber 2.0. There is no better way to promote this season than the way Teddi's doing it, because these are facts unrolling in live time, which is what we love. So Bachelor Nation at Scoop had another piece of tea that was spilled. Teddi wasn't the only one spilling tea. So pissed I wasn't screen recording, but on Elizabeth's live just now, she said that Teddi and Andrew are seeing each other. She said Andrew is spoken for by Teddi. Very interesting. Teddi and Andrew Spencer seeing each other. She also admitted that ABC forced her to remove her rose photos that she posted earlier in the season, right after her time on the show ended. Of course, that's in response to Elizabeth doing like a fake Bachelorette photo shoot. The Bachelor's like, no, we cover the roses here. You got to take those petals and petal off somewhere else. And she did that. So this is very interesting. I'm going to read some comments that people left from the transcription of what we just listened to. Here are some comments. She makes it seem like he did pick someone, right? Really confusing. The more I see of Teddi, the more my opinion of her rises. Can't say that for most of the cast. Yeah, Teddi seems to be a good person. I'm even more confused. It sounds like he isn't with anyone, but is at the same time, he is. I don't think he chose Rachel in Iceland, but maybe about how all the women will be strong together makes it seem like he's definitely single. I'm somehow even more confused. She doesn't sound annoyed or disappointed, just accepting. It's odd none of the final girls have sounded annoyed in interviews, so I'm lost. We may all be projecting that it's an angry ending versus just an odd roundabout ending. Yeah, it could just be an odd roundabout ending. Maybe it's because the women of the final three all have kindness and empathy in common, so they aren't prone to resentment. I've often thought the final three for Bachelors is an interesting think piece on what the leads are drawn to when being a 10 is a given. You can often find what traits the Bachelor likes in women by figuring out the common thread in his final three. Juan Pablo, assertive, sassy. Nick, confident, sharp. Ari, self-assured, composed. Ben, sweet, savvy. Colton, kind, forgiven. Chris Soules, witty and cool. That's a very interesting comment. So it could be that the final three are just very empathic and they're empathetic and they're very kind, and that's why they're treating this whole situation with so much grace. Whereas we aren't necessarily seeing that from the other batch, the batch of disgruntles, as Brendan would call them, Brendan Moraes, not me. Thanks for posting. I definitely appreciate. Did he date all three post show? The way she talks about him talking to them after the final rose. So there could be a scenario in which Clayton has dated his final three after the Iceland. Now the show ends in Iceland, so chances are it's a 2-night finale, right? So chances are it ends in Iceland, he's single, and then afterwards, there's safe house visits where he continues to try to figure out who the one is, a la Peter Weber, and maybe he has an announcement. Maybe it is Rachel. I can't imagine it's Gabby or Susie, so it seems to be it's nobody or it's Rachel. Those are the choices. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to follow my Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/Dave Neal for bonus membership-only content, and I've also got the Dave Neal Show, which is non-Bachelor related content. I'm covering Love is Blind. I've got videos on Britney Spears and other entertainment news, Kanye and Kim. So if you want to check out all that, you can there. More content coming your way. Thank you guys so much. This is a spoiler video, so you can comment on what we just talked about in the chat room right below. All right, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye now.